Hey guys, this is Kashif here from KRGraphics, and we're going to pick up where we left off last night. And this is going to be a short video tonight. As you see here, I went ahead and finished the topology on my character's head. I was so excited today to come home and get this done that it looks really good to me, and it's ready for reprojection and detailing of my model. And of course, here's topology. This is topology as it stands right now inside of Modo. With right now, let's see if I hide the head now. The head's about 5,000 triangles, and I usually go high, a little higher than this when I equip my heads, just to add that extra level of fidelity to my models. But there's one problem right now. He's missing his ears, and it's kind of funny. Well, he needs ears, and it's important to have ears. So in this video, we're gonna this one will be pretty short. So I wanna get there and add his ears, his head. We're gonna jump into ZBrush right now, where you need the ears. And normally, of course, for ears, I don't really enjoy doing retopology for ears because it's not really fun for me. And plus, ears always vary in detail, so I want to try. I'm gonna show you a trick that I get to get really good ears for my model. So let's begin by picking the head mesh, and we're gonna send ZBrush by Go Z. Let's give it a second here. It's pretty low resolution right now, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. In that head mesh we're using, it's pretty low poly for me. I usually like having a lot of polygons in the head, and a head that's very smooth, so that the facial animation can be smooth too. So here's a head here, and if I turn the wireframe on, you'll see how it looks over the face. And what I want is the ear, the character's head. So to do that, I'm gonna hide all this so that I can see the big hole in his head and in the ear and the model that I need to extract. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and draw a mask, mask lasso for this one, and I'm gonna draw a nice clean mask around the ear. This, I want a nice clean mask so that when I draw the ear, or I extract it rather, it'll actually look and it's that's the hard part too, is making sure that we don't choose the edges outside of the ear, although they will be edited for clarity. So I'm gonna go ahead now and just sort of mask off and start drawing. Just brushing away the part we don't need for the ear. I basically want just enough for the ear so that when we bring in a Modo to join the head, it'll be just clean enough to join the head. And not only that too, I only need one side of the head. Turn the symmetry off, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that ear right there. Boom. Only one side, only one ear. It's good enough for our needs. Now, ears are very varied. The ears are they're highly varied, and the shape of the ear will vary from person to person. Okay, I'll go ahead now, and I'm gonna brush out this area there, the mask. Just enough so that we can like see the model like bring it to Modo. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and do an extraction and turn off thickness because we don't need thickness here, and we're gonna do no smoothness for this one, and then hit extract. And hit accept. This is basically the ear that you want for the character. So call it ear or whatever you want. I'm calling it ear. Let's hide the main mesh there. Now normally when I do my ears, actually, let's hide it. Let's hide it a little more. Hide a bit more of the ear. Let's see, not that one. It's a little much there, but I'm going to hide some of it. Go ahead and just this and start to hide a little more of the ear. I'm trying to minimize the amount of draw on the edges there. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good to me. We can work with this, and then we'll just delete hidden. Sorry. So basically, we'll delete hidden. All right. So the next step for this ear is I want to reduce the polygon count. Right now it's 59,000, and usually for something like this, I'm gonna use your measure and see how much I can get away with. So let's pick a polygon count that's decent. Let's go to 5 for now and see what it does. What I could also do too is do a quick decimation on the ear so that it's not so high poly. It'll be a minute, and this video is going to be pretty short tonight because you know, I'm doing the ear. It doesn't require much. All right, it's pretty decent flow there. Let's even go a little lower than this. Let's try 1,000. Like I think it's 2,000 triangles for that. I'm not sure the polygon count for this. I'm trying to make the ear as low as possible, but also ensure that it looks it actually look really good too and have a good decent polygon flow. So let's continue going here. Pretty good. Let's go a little lower. What I'm trying to do is, you know, I know in this process I normally don't do it this way, but I'm going to try this out. I think point. Right, Modo autosave that. That's Modo's autosave, and that's pretty good. I don't know what's going on with that, but lower. Trying to see 0.25. And notice how there are no curves in the model right now. So I'm kind of going in and for a second here, because knowing that too, but it also takes a while too if your model's like, there we go. This is a pretty decently made model right here. It's a little messy right now, but we're willing to fix. I'm willing to fix this right now too. All right, so with that in mind, pretty good to me. Let's try one more time and see how low I can go before we add curves onto this. Right now, there are no curves guiding the polygon flow. All right, I think that's as low as I'm going to be able to go with this. Okay, so that's pretty low there, and so of course this is the ear hole on the bottom, which we may not need, but you know, it's a human head. I'm not worried about the hole in the head there. So, all right, and let me see something. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Control D. Yeah, it looks pretty good because, like I said earlier, too, the actual head mesh is going to be subdivided once for export. So this is the actual head itself. It looks like. So basically, what I'm trying to do too is like see how low I can go with this before low, like 0.1 is as low as I can go. And then I can hit half and start doing like this as well with it. See, it'll jump back to polygon count where it was before. So basically, what I'm trying to do is there we go, 440. That's pretty small right there. I think I think I can get away with that. Polygon count. See, it looks like fight it. Yeah, I'm trying to retain my shape somehow. So, all right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna run a quick decimation master on this. Do it pretty fast. I mean, basically what I do is usually when I do my ears is try to think of a nice little way to decimate current. All right, so 9,000 is enough, and now I'm going to go ahead and draw some lines. So this is where the only time I use the measure is character's ears. or areas that are very difficult to draw. Right, so I'll go ahead now and turn this off. Put the wireframe. Go ahead and draw a quick curve in there. And also, too, is important as well is the more curves you draw, you want to make sure that when you use the enmesher, you want to try the approach, the less is more approach, and make sure that your polygons, that the curves are guiding the polygon flow, which is very, very important for this feature. I try not to use it as much now because sometimes it creates. Sometimes I'm using this tool. I'm using the enmesher for like character like clothing or character bodies is actually more headache than it's worth. Kind of real quick and add drawing of this. Kind of going in and just do a quick little sketch of the topology there. Here, fill this in. And what I'm doing is just guiding the polygon flow. Giving the zero measure something to draw polygons to. Here we go. And usually, like I said, the more curves you have, the more curves you have, you'll have to lower the numbers to really get it working. And then of course the last part is this right here. I'm going to draw inside the cup of the ear. Do that. Cup of the ear right here. Okay, so I think that'll work. So let's run zero measure and see what happens. Go ahead and hit zero measure and see about the curvature being drawn. And when I draw it, it'll look like this. Kind of high poly, right? It's kind of high right now. That's a little too high for me. So let's go back and half. Let's put it on. Set it to a little curve strength and set it like 1 and see what happens. It should be drawn, and there we go. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean right here. So let's go a little lower and see what happens. If I lower the curve like 9 or something like that, it should be a little more relaxed when you draw the polygons. And here we go. It's like 1. Right, so not quite there yet, but it's still. I actually want to retain this area right here, little area there on the ear. If I turn it, let's try it. Just play around this a little bit, and I'll show you what happens if you turn the curve strength up. See? Basically, the polygon flow is stronger. It's stronger near the curves. So you basically want enough polygon flow to drive brush, but I'm gonna go lower, and then we can use poly paint. And basically, color density is 1. So I'm gonna fill this with what was it? It was 1. So I'm gonna paint this right now and put this with the underbrush and RGB. Object with white. And then I'm gonna change the brush right here to like 1.5 or something. See what happens with this. I want this little area. I want this little wrap of skin in the ear right here. Oops. Although it won't matter much because it won't matter much because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be subdividing this anyway. So I just want to try to get at least low enough so I can use it in Modo to join the head. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. A little smoothing. Okay, so kind of going in real quick and just it's kind of 2,000 polygons. I'm trying to see what I'm doing here. Mesh it again one more time. Yeah, there we go. That looks proper now. Yeah, so I think that'll work for what we're doing. Good enough. I can always come back and fix this topology here on the ear part, and I can always split that and fit it right in. So with the ear done, I'm gonna send the gozine with the ear. Let's give it a minute here, because the more subtools you have, the longer it'll take GoZ to run. And there we go. We're almost finished. There it is right there. Look at that ear. It's a nice little ear too, isn't it? Cute. Up here into our scene. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and do the ears. Look, and it's pretty good ears. They're actually isn't bad. It's not bad at all. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a quick split. I'm gonna try to split this so that it'll actually be like a contour on the ear. Actually, before I do that, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pick all the polygons in this, cut it, and I go to my head low mesh, and when I paste it here, you'll see it on this side as well. Paste it. There we go. So now we have an instance of both pieces are the head. I'm gonna go ahead now and attach this to the head. It's actually by doing like that, I need to split this. Basically, I want to make sure I have enough topology on this to really work with. Let's try to add a loop. Yeah, there we go. That should be sufficient. And of course, once we're in ZBrush 2, we can also brush will project this onto the model so that it'll pretty much the problem pretty much fix itself once again in ZBrush. And as I've already mentioned, there we go. Let me go ahead real quick, just do a redo. Hang on a second. I'm trying to go in real quick and loop in there. There we go. And just apologize, the tweak tool and start tweaking it a little bit so that it'll actually look correct in the mesh using in there. Okay, so that's pretty much right there. That's a contour I'm gonna keep this right here. All right, so now last but not least, we're gonna join the ear to the head. It's a pretty straightforward process. I'm sure we have a lot of triangles in the ear. That's okay. We're not worried about that right now, because this part of the head is not animated anyway, so we don't worry about that. And plus, the ZBrush, when we want to find it, is going to turn to triangles. Let's do that right now. So snap, and I'm going to just most likely just pull the edge down around the ear. Kind of going in real quick and just attaching the ear to the head slowly, of course. Make sure that I like what I see. Down, down. And of course, what I could also do too is I could have created another row of edges around the ear, but why bother inflating my polygon count when I have what I need? Go ahead and just turn ahead, there, there. And basically I'm just going in, just adding the ear to the head. I mean, of course, I could easily just add more edges, but I want to be smart about this and use what I have. Here we go. Like right here, I can go ahead now and just there, there, there. And of course, I'm gonna have big polygons in this part. That's okay. There's not much. That's not really a concern to me. All that matters is that we have a model that is working to our advantage. And usually the next stage after this is actually trying to think here. This is where it's tricky too, because I don't want to make an extra. I don't want to make an extra polygon. I just want to retain this edge here. And that over there. So that when I cut the ear from the head again, UV mapping, this edge right here will be retained, which is what I want to do. I want to retain that edge and make sure that's drawn well. Let me go back real quick. All right. I'm probably gonna add. Let me add one more loop here. Go. And we'll move it like that. Like I said, it doesn't matter what triangles in the area. That'll be animatable, and there we have it. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, this is the finished head. Like I said, it was a quick one. You know, didn't take very long to add the head on there. Of course, before I conclude this short video, I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna go to items. I'm gonna go ahead and merge instance. Well, that would do. You make sure you have the head selected for instance, and now it should merge everything together. Let's make sure before it's finished. Wait a minute, that's pretty nasty. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Flip it over. Fix that right here. Kind of see what's going on with this. I think I didn't do it cleanly. I should clean up. Okay, so that's pretty much it right there. This is the finished head. See, all our polygons are in place. There's a little bit of breakage here. I can fix that quickly. I can fix that now. And unfortunately, of course, this is where I didn't take the edges and join averaged right there. I should go ahead and just wireframe, turn the edges on, averaged. Go. It's basically going through and fixing all the vertices that weren't joined in the welding process. You also want to make sure too that you join your vertices. You didn't hit anything else. Checking all the vertices real quick and make sure that nothing was missed. And if I look at things here in subdivision mode, everything's good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? This model will be used for the game character that we build for the modeling. So, on behalf of KRGraphics, this is Kashif signing off, saying good night, happy arting, have a joyous evening. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.